Find the power absorbed by each of the elements. Okay? By each of the elements here. Ano sa mga elements dito? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is the and color. If an active element applies power and the power is negative, okay? While a passive element which absorbs power has a positive power, okay? So dito, if we go back sa power, we have three equations for your power. P is equals to I squared times R. P is equals to I V. Okay? Right. So in this case, kung dito, this is just P is equals to I P. Then that is, kung anong current ang meron dito, ito din yung current na sinusupply ng iyong voltage source. So that is just equal to 10 amperes times 30. Okay? So that is how much? 300 watts. How about this element here? Okay, so this is P1. Element here, P2 is I squared, PIV pa rin, no? So, kasi ang binigay sa kanya dito is 10 volts. So, P2 is equal to I times V2, no? So, you have to be sure of the voltages. P2 mo yan siya, sa mga subscript niya. So, this is equal to 10 times 10. 10 amperes times 10 volts. And that is equal to 100. How about PIV pa din? So we are given 14 amperes. Ito yung current na dumadaan dito sa iyong branch ng circuit dito. Okay? And that is also true to this element here. So this is still equal to PIV. P3 is equal to I. Let's call this I2 already, no? And that is V3. So bakit tinawag natin na I2, no? So that we can differentiate it with the current here. Let's call this I1. It's the current which passes through this, is supplied by this voltage source. And it's also the current which passes through this element here. Okay? So that is now equal to 14 times 20. So this is how much? 280. Your P3 is equal to 280 watts. Take note of the sign. No? So this should be negative 100 watts, but because this is, as we say, should be a passive element, this is also a passive element, while this one is an active element. Okay? So this is active. This is passive. This is also passive. Bakit natin nasabi yan? No? Let's differentiate of this element and this. This is an active element. Pag ganito naman siya, take note, the current here goes out of the positive terminal. While this one, the current enters in the positive terminal. That's passive. That's a positive terminal, and this makes it also passive. So this is negative, this is positive, this is positive, and while this one is negative. This current here, okay? So this current here enters the negative terminal and therefore goes out of the positive terminal. So ang pag-flow ng current dito is the same as the flow of the current here. It enters the negative terminal and goes out of the positive terminal, thereby making this element an active element. So this is also an active element. So the same equation, V4 is equals to, let's call this I3 V3. No? Our V3 now is equals to 8 volts. So this is, ano yan? This is 4 times 8. This is equal to, this is 4 times 8. This is 30. Tama? 32 watts. It's active, and therefore this should be negative. Notice that we have another element here, and this element is now a dependent current source. So it from this element here. Okay? A dependent source is symbolized by a rhombus, no? Ang kanyang shape. While your independent source is symbolized by a circle. So this one is an dependent current source, while this one is an independent voltage source. Okay, so let's compute for P is equal to P5 is equal to I. This is still I3. No? The current that flows here is the same current that flows in here. Okay, so times V5. So this is equal to how much? 12 times 4. Ilan na siya? That is 48 volts. Okay? So that is 48 volts. Right? So it's not only symbolized by this one, but also characterized by this value here. That is okay? So dependent ng current. So lang ay na to, ito siya yung current na ito. Ang value now will depend on the value of this current here, 0.4 I. Okay? So, kanina sinabi, the total power inside the circuit is equal to 0. Okay? So, it is equal to 0. So, total of active power plus total of passive power is equal to 0. Ano yung mga active power dito? 300. That is negative. Ito yun. Active is 32. Okay. Minus 32. And this one is 48. Minus 48. Okay. Plus, passive is 100. Another passive here, plus 280. That's equal to 0. Ano ba? Ilan yun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how much? Correct. Is minus 380 plus 380 is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 0. Okay? So that is how power, no, is conserved, no, or energy is conserved in a circuit through the power. Okay, so that concludes our discussion for today, regarding the basic concept.